In last video, we discussed what are the different variations that you could show in the bass drum as well as the hi-hat. If you haven't checked the previous video, please do check the link above. This video, we're going to see what are the different variations that you could do in snare drum in a normal standard 4/4 beat. Again, the beat which you're going to use is a normal standard one. Now, if you could listen carefully, we're playing snare drum on the third count. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try adding more snare drum as a quarter note in different counts. As of now, we'll just put it in the first count as well as the third count. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in counts 1 and 3, if you play it along with the bass hi-hat, it sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we did it in the first and the third count. Now let's try putting in the second and the third count. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Along with the bass and hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try putting on the counts 3 and 4. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the different variations that you could show in a snare drum, like putting them in different quarter note counts. Now let's try putting them in the 8th note. So 8th note, a slight variation we are going to show now. When you play snare drum in a normal way, we just lift the stick like 10 to 12 inches right? But we are going to see something called as ghost notes here. So ghost notes are going to be soft notes that you're going to play on the snare drum. Now when you play the ghost notes, make sure that you lift your stick like only 2 or 3 inches, something like this, okay? And not too much right, as we play the normal strum. So ghost notes are the soft notes, only 2 or 3 inches from the snare drum. Now let's put them in the 8th notes and let's put with the ghost notes and see how this beat is going to come. So let's go back again to the same beat, the normal one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try putting the ghost note as the 8th note on the end of 3. That is applying the 8th note for the third count. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 and 4. 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 Okay. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. 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 Now make sure when you play the ghost notes, it's soft. 3 and 4. 3 and 4. 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and. So when you play the normal beat, it will be like with the ghost note. Just adding a little flavor to the beat, okay? Now let's try it again. 1, 2, 3 and 4, ghost note on the end of 3. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 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 Now same way, let's try putting ghost note on the end of 4, playing a normal note on the 4 and a ghost note on the end of 4. That is 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and. If you try it slowly, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 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 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now it's no specific rule that you got to put the ghost notes in the end or play the normal notes in the other count. You could try it in different ways. Now let's say I put the ghost notes on all counts, that is on the end of 3, the 4 as well as the end of 4. So it sounds like 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm accenting only the 3. So the all other counts are going as a ghost note. 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 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 3 and 4 and. Same way, let's try adding ghost notes in the first count, just accenting the third count. So 1 and 2, 3, 4. 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 A little more ghost notes on 3 as well as the 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Same way you could try them in different combinations. Let's say we put them in the second count. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 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 These are different combinations that you could do the snare drum, putting 8th note as well as applying the ghost notes. Now the final combination, let's try putting ghost note on all 8th note counts except the third count we are going to accent. So that's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Make sure when you do the ghost notes, it's soft and not too much loud. If it becomes more loud, much like you do the normal snare drum note, it starts to sound like. So that won't be good. So make sure you keep the ghost note soft. Let's just quickly revise. So we started with a normal 4/4 beat. Then we tried adding an extra quarter note on the snare drum on different notes. First we tried in the first count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we tried on the second count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, fourth count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we started to add 8th note with the ghost notes and without the ghost notes. So without the ghost notes, if you put 8th note on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So with the ghost notes, we are going to just make it soft, the hand of 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then from there we move to different combinations, putting more ghost notes on count 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. So kindly take your time, practice, sit and experiment with different variations that you could do in snare drum. Take them one by one. First you try the hi-hat, then you put the bass, then you put the snare. Put them in groups, put them in combinations. When it comes to snare, you could start using the ghost notes and see what are the different beats that you could create. I hope this video was useful to you. Let me know in comments what you feel about this video. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.